There was a night on the Sea of Galilee that the disciples never forgot. Jesus had just fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. But instead of celebrating, he sent his disciples ahead by boat and withdrew alone to the mountain to pray. Something was coming, and he knew it. By the time darkness fell, the disciples were far from shore. The wind turned violent, waves hammered the hull. These were experienced fishermen, men who had spent their lives on this water, and they were afraid. They had been rowing for hours, getting nowhere. Then, somewhere between 3 and 6 in the morning, one of them saw it. A figure, walking on the water toward them. They screamed. They thought it was a ghost. Matthew chapter 14 records their terror. Every man in that boat convinced they were seeing something that should not exist. Then the voice cut through the storm. "Take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid." Peter, impulsive, passionate Peter, called back across the waves, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you on the water." One word came back. "Come." Peter climbed over and he began to sink. "Lord, save me." Immediately, Matthew says immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" They climbed into the boat together, and the wind stopped. Just like that, the Sea of Galilee went silent. The disciples fell to their knees, not just amazed, worshiping, saying words they had never said to any man before. "Truly, you are the Son of God." Here is what the scholars and archaeologists who have studied the Sea of Galilee confirm. Those waters are notorious. Sudden, brutal storms are a documented reality of that region. What happened that night had no natural explanation. But here is what the scripture wants you to see most clearly. Jesus did not calm the storm before he reached Peter. He let Peter walk into it. He let him feel the wind. He let him start to sink. Because the miracle was never just about the water. It was about the hand that caught him. The same hand is extended to you. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to be reminded. When you're sinking, you are never out of reach.